Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of you. Discipline is not to do what you want. Discipline is not to do what you want, but to do what you need to do right now. So, with that discipline, I want to congratulate you all that you are showing that discipline. So, for that, you can open the mic and clap for you for each other. You can do it for right now. That's showing that discipline to coming here. So this is meeting 393, and I, Ravi Bhardwaj, as a sergeant, I am sergeant at arm for today's meeting. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now the inside you are now inside the code of conduct of the Toastmaster meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. Following are the meeting rules. Please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your video on, audio off, and
बेटा
applause
वो
flowing.
लैंप दे दो ना थोड़ी देर के लिए।
Ashok, can you go on mute?
नहीं।
Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. TMOD, TTM, and General Evaluator. Please ensure a smart audio and video check before handing over to respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself as role player, your name, your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Turning Point Toastmaster. For the timer, the timer will use the background change or screen sharing to indicate time using one of the three cards. Green means that you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates that it is a good time to start concluding. Red specifies that you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session timing will be explained in due time. We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to start chat messages to everyone or to the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from sending any messages on to anyone. Please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now, I would like to invite our presiding officer on the stage. So, our presiding officer, Neeraj. Neeraj has been our pillar of this club. She is a data scientist by profession and my mentor also in Turning Point Toastmaster. She is leading with a great confidence, and I look forward to learn many things for her. So I would like Neeraj to take the stage.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Ravi. I'm really flattered by your introduction. And thank you so much for explaining all the basic rules of the meeting and setting the right energy for this wonderful meeting. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Welcome to meeting number 393. I am Neera Singla, your presiding officer of the evening. We are in the month of December, and I love this time of the year, mainly because of two reasons. First reason, last week we had the biggest sale of the year, starting from Thanksgiving to Black Friday and then Cyber Monday. I have been preparing for this role starting from the year. From January onwards, I started adding so many things into my bucket, and finally, which I could not afford, and finally, were able to buy on this sale, and now my wardrobe looks better. And the second reason, it's a end of the year. All my clients and most of my members are on leave, and I am getting paid leaves. I'm sure many of you who works in corporate sector can totally resonate what I'm feeling right now. Give me a thumbs up if you have the same face going on. Yeah, I like the spirit. That's why in Turning Point Toastmasters, we make sure that you can utilize this year of the time to enhance your communication goal skills and work towards your goals. And we make sure that each week we conduct a very productive and fun meeting for everyone, in which various role players take different duties, be it insightful speeches, actionable evaluations, and impromptu table topics. We have it all. And to add colors to it, we are joined by many wonderful guests. Let's get to know them one by one. I would like to start with Amit. Amit, quick audio video check. Amit, are you there? Okay. Meanwhile, he turns on his audio and video. We can move on to another guest, Deep T. Are you there? Can we have a quick audio video with you?
Hope I'm audible there.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Yes.
Deep, can you tell a bit about yourself and what led you to join this meeting?
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. Very good evening to all. I'm Deep. I'm the ex-Toastmaster from Pune Northwest Club. Uh, Now I'm looking for some online club, and that's why I'm here today. That's my purpose. By profession, I'm pharmaceutical physician working with a pharmaceutical company at Mumbai. And by passion, I'm very enthusiastic about the music, specifically singing, listening to the music, and playing the harmonium. I'm also passionate about the meditation and book readings. So that's very quick about me, and I'm very happy to join this meeting today and to be the part of this meeting as a guest. Over to you,
Thank you
presiding
so
officer.
much, Deep, for joining us. And I must say, you are at the right place. We always conduct our meetings online. And I love to hear about your passions. And I have also uh, with meditation. I have also started with meditation. And it would be really good if you can share some tips at the end.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, moving to another guest, I would like to call Fireflies.ai. What a fascinating name. Can we have a quick audio video? Fireflies.ai, or you can tell me, is it your real name? Are you there?
Actually, that's just a note-taking AI. That's an
Oh,
actual AI.
what is this? Oh, this is very new concept for me.
Yeah.
Oh, then moving to another guest, Kavita Agarwal. Can we have a quick audio video check with you?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Am
Kavita.
I
Can
au-
you tell?
am I
Yeah, you are
audible?
audible and visible. Can you tell brief about yourself and how you get to know about this club?
Actually, I'm a Toastmaster because once a Toastmaster is always a Toastmaster. I was very active. I'm from Ambala Toastmasters Club. Maybe you people know it. And I have been quite active for 2, 3 years. But after that, due to certain reasons, I discontinued. Although many members are still want to become member, but we don't have many people who could take the initiative. You know it very well. To run a club, people need to take initiative, and I'm very passionate about this. And answering your question, what intricated me to join this meeting is that I'm always looking forward to any of the Toastmasters meeting. So whenever I see a link of online meeting, I try to join it along with my other responsibilities. By profession, I'm an English teacher, and I always look forward to any of the Toastmasters meeting. Whenever I get a chance, I don't miss it. And for everyone's information, I've also participated in many of the contests, like table topic. I reached till district level. Then in humorous speech contest also, I cracked district, area, all these levels. So I just want to keep in touch with Toastmasters because it's my passion to read and speak. And I look forward to become a TEDx speaker one day.
Thank you so much, Kavita. It's wonderful to have you in our meeting. And what a
Thank you.
passionate Toastmaster you are. Thank you so much. And I'm sure at the end you can share some tips with all of us how you cracked these contests. Thank you so much.
Sure,
And I'll
sure.
get back to you at the end of the meeting. Now I would
Okay.
like to call Rajendra Kumar to briefly introduce himself.
So I'm regular guest of this Turning Point Toastmasters now, and I've been attending your meetings from 2 3 set Thursdays. So I really like the environment and coming over here, and this time suits to me also for the meeting. So I might be a member of this club also.
Thank you so much, Rajinder. Looking forward to see you as our member. If you have any query, please reach out to our VPM Ankit Agarwal, who is also playing the role of TT evaluator. You get to know more about him when he'll come on the stage.
Sure.
Okay, now, Sunil, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay, okay. I was calling you at the beginning. Okay, can we have
Actually, what happened? Yes, there was some internet issue. Because of that,
okay,
I got disconnected. Yeah.
okay, okay. Can we have quick audio video check with you?
Yes, I cannot appear on a video,
Okay.
ma'am, if you don't mind.
No, no problem. Yeah, that's absolutely no problem. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Sunil Yadav. Actually, I had a word with Ankit. I think it has been a more than a month. So I wanted to join Toastmasters since I am very weak to communicate with others. If I don't know
Okay.
that person, then I can't communicate at all. So that kind of thing I need to improve in myself. And I work at a multinational company where we will have to deal with the uh, foreign clients like US and UK. So to interact with them uh, means fluently, I need to work on this language. That's all.
Thank you so much, Sunil. And at any point of time, I couldn't feel that you are not able to communicate with me properly. You conveyed your message really well. And yeah, if you have any more queries, please reach out to Ankit or he will reach out to you, to explain the process of it and everything.
Yes, but because of lack of confidence, I face these kind of issues.
Okay, okay.
Whatever I said, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no problem. I think this happened with all of us. So it's not something, which is not achievable.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
and thank you so much. And with that, I would like to move on with the meeting and make two important announcements. The first one is last week we had table topic contest and it was cutthroat competition. Everybody did exceptionally well. And I'm sure even judges had very hard time to select top three. They had to anyways do their duty, and we found the best table topic speakers through the table topic contest. And today I would like to announce their name, and I want everyone to keep the applause flowing throughout the announcement. The third place goes to our VPM Ankit Agarwal. The second place goes to all-time winner Shrishti Mehrotra. And the first place goes to our Associate VP Education Aina Gupta. I'm so glad. Last competition was so tough, and at the end we got well deserved candidate who are moving to the out of 3 2 winners are moving at the area level. Second announcement I have is regarding the club elections. Next week, means on 12th December, we have EC elections, which is led by our spearheads our sister club's member Nitin Pathak. I urge everyone to actively participate in these elections. If you're not interested in multiple position, I for your experience I request you to at least nominate for one position, and I'm sure each position has a different skill sets that you can learn. And I look forward to see all of you, because your vote matters, where all the members has a right to vote for their favorite person for the EC election, and you can also be one of it. So please be there, and this is really important for the club, because the set of EC members is going to run the club for the next 6 months. So please do attend next meeting. Okay, so moving on now, let's begin with the meeting. Today's meeting is led by Toastmaster Animesh Das, who is also serving as Associate VPPR of this club. Few things about him: he is the most excited member of this club and always on the toes to take any last minute role or to take the club out of any kind of worries. He's always there. With that, without any further ado, I would like to call Animesh on the stage with a huge round of applause.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Madam President and fellow Toastmasters and lovely guests. Welcome to meeting number 393 of Turning Point Toastmasters. Of course, we are in December. We are just less than a week into December, and the chills are already there. Don't haven't you already started to feel it? I'm getting, as I speak, I'm getting messages from folks in my office saying they cannot show up to the office. They cannot get to work because apparently cough. But then there are some who are like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn in. Yeah, seriously, right now at the moment as I speak, I also have a blanket with me. Yeah, that's right. You know the I was about to ask all of you to get your own blankets because this is an online meeting, but more importantly, December is also when we seek warmth. Yes. So how about it? We are in the we are in the thick of winter. And winter and I was about to title this meeting Winter is Coming because Game of Thrones fans. But no, winter is here. Seriously, winter is here right now. And even I'm feeling it. For the last 2 3 days, even I am feeling the effects of winter. My voice is almost gone. Believe me when I say that. So Mm, And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people over here. Raise a hand if you have, if you are right now going through a cough, or if you are also, or if you're or if you're probably about to feel a cough right now. Because I'm sure I am about to feel a cough right now. You know, that is what winter is. That is what winter is. Yes, winter might also be, oh, let's celebrate Christmas. Winter is also a lot of coughs, it's a lot of sneezes, it's a lot of runny noses, and a lot of hot water. That's right. So, how about it? Even after all of this, why is winter so sought after? Because we also get to be cozy with our loved ones, with our family. Of course, I can't get to do that. I don't get to do that at the moment because I'm far away from my family. But I'm sure at some point I'll get to do that. Without further ado, of course, let's join it. Let's jump into the Toastmasters meeting. A typical Toastmasters meeting is basically three sections. First, the prepared speeches section. Second, the table topic section. And third, the evaluation section. Evaluation section, that's where you get your real cereal if you're a champion. Because feedback is the complete with me breakfast of champions. And of course, table topics, because you get to, within this section, try out various things. And in fact, as our president said, there's also there also is a little something called table topics contest where you get to try out speaking on your feet, thinking on your feet, and speaking impromptu, right? And of course, prepared speeches where folks come in with prepared speeches, as the name suggests. Prepared speeches based on projects. Speaking of the breakfast of champions, that is feedback, can we have, with a huge round of applause, our Madam President and somebody who, by the way, checks in on you every, somebody who I have known to be checking on me whenever I have been, feeling low or let's say not been that active. And here she is, our very own Madam President, the general evaluator for this meeting, Toastmaster Neeraj Singla. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Animesh, for such a personalized introduction. I really like it. Now, I want to ask, or I must say that you all must have attended Indian weddings. There are so many different departments in the wedding, which makes the wedding successful. One role player is working on catering, second role player is working on decoration, third maybe handling the guest. But to make the wedding overall a big success, wedding planner is the one who takes care of that all departments falls into the place. Today, I will be playing the role of wedding planner in this meeting, where I will make sure that meeting goes smoothly and all the guests enjoys the meeting till the end. I will evaluate all role players of this meeting, starting from sergeant at arms to till the end, and uh, make sure that everything runs on time. But I am not alone in this endeavor. I have whole big team with me who are going to help me in each to make the meeting concise, to make it more fluent. I would like to call all of them one by one so that they can introduce their role. First, I would like to start with Dinesh, who is playing the role of timer. Dinesh is financial planner by profession and he loves brain train games. Can we call Dinesh on the stage?
Yes. Greetings, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. As we don't have any icebreaker speech today, all the speeches should be within 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Uh, Toastmaster Dinesh, can you also share the timing cards with the
Yeah, I'll share.
members and guests?
Mm. This is green, yellow, red. Are you able to see?
Yes, yes, Dinesh, it's
Good.
up. Thank you so much, Dinesh, for explaining your role so eloquently. Now I would like to move to second role, auxiliary role player, grammarian Tamanna, on the stage to explain her role.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. So, the word of the day is fanatical. So, can I share my screen,
Yes,
Neeraj?
yes, I will give you the sharing rights. Okay, please go on.
Yeah. So, the word of the day is fanatical, which means filled with excessive and single minded zeal. A person who is extremely interested in something to a degree that some people find unreasonable. Its synonyms are passionate, enthusiastic, overzealous, extreme. The usage of the word is his dedication to fitness was almost fanatical. Her husband was fanatical about tidiness. I will share the word of the day in the chat as well, and each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will provide my report in the evaluation session, and I will also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you so much. Over to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Tamanna, for sharing such a fantastic word. And whenever you use this word, we are going to give you thumbs up. Now we also have Tech Master Megha. She's spotlighting everyone in the back end. Thank you so much, Megha. And I would like to call our another auxiliary role player, table topic evaluator Ankit Agarwal on the stage. Ankit is data scientist by profession, and he was the third winner in the DTIP contest. Ankit, stage is yours.
Thanks, Neeraj, Toastmaster Neeraj. So today, as a table topic evaluator, I will be evaluating the speech of all the table topic speeches based on the content and delivery of their speech. So I will give my report at the end. Over to you, Toastmaster and General Evaluator Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Ankit. This ends our introduction. We will be back at the end of the meeting with our report.
Neeraj, we have a counter left.
Oh, so sorry. Our another role player, our counter, Anand Katyani. He needs no introduction. Can we have Anand on the stage?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Today, my role as R counter entails two, three duties. One is to make everyone aware in a very personalized manner by calling out their names and giving a count of the impediments to their fluency. These impediments include crutch sounds like ahs and ums and oh, etc. The words which act as fillers during the gaps that we have in our fluency. For example, so, well, but, actually, etc., etc. Then there is this third villain in our break to our fluency, that is unintentional pauses. A well timed pause, intentional pause, can add gravitas to your speech, while a sudden absence of airtime like this can add to a counterproductive effect. And finally, I will also make a note of how many self repeats we are making while delivering our verbal spoken content. My report will be presented when Madam General will calls upon me. I will not give exact count of each and every iteration. We understand that using once or twice a certain filler is all right. If there is an excessive frequency of a certain word or phrase or sound, that I will highlight as an immediate area of improvement for the respective speakers from today's meeting. And this process will work only when you put an extra effort in your daily life outside Toastmasters, when you speak in general to your colleagues, friends, family members, etc., and be mindful of that certain frequency alone for an entire week. And next time when you come back here, look actively how many counts on that certain word or phrase or cut sound that you have, and that is how this process works. So looking forward to a glitch free meeting today. All the very best. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Anand, for making the roles and responsibilities of this, I would say, toughest role so clear and everybody follows it. With that, like I mentioned, me and my team, we are going to come back at the end of the meeting. Till that, we are watching you. And now I would like to give stage back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Animesh. Animesh, back to you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Valuator. And Anant, advice well taken. With that, let's start with our first section in the meeting, that is prepared speeches. Before that, everybody just have a little water because this is because definitely it's winter. You need hot water in just to keep this clear. which remind which is also a reminder for me. that remi- that said, let's get to prepared speeches. Our first speaker of the evening is, well, before I bring in the first speaker of the evening, can we have his evaluator Toastmaster Pooja on the stage? Toastmaster Pooja, are you in the meeting? Ah,
Yes,
lovely.
Animesh.
Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja, to describe Toastmaster Ashok's objectives.
Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to evaluate Ashok's speech, and his speech is the path is presentation mastery, and the objective of the speech is to understand the communication style. There are different kinds of communication style. So objective is to understand different types of communication style. Is it direct? Is it aggressive? These things I'm gonna find out with this speech. And what I'm going to evaluate on the content delivery and the impact and the learnings whatever we got from the speech. So I'm eagerly waiting for the Ashok speech. So Ashok, all the best. Over to you, Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pooja. Can we have Toastmaster Ashok on stage, please?
Am I audible?
Yes, Ashok, let's have a quick audio video check. Um, please repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day. One, two,
To-
three, with the gestures.
Today is a beautiful day.
One, two, three. Yeah, okay. I think we got the gestures part. So just to introduce our speaker, Toastmaster Ashok is an experienced educator working at UHS school in Bihar, holds a master's degree in mathematics, and is passionate about public speaking and gaining leadership abilities. And he has a very cool story of how he got to Toastmasters, in fact. So, Toastmaster Ashok, let me do the roll call then. Toastmaster Ashok said, said, Toastmaster Ashok, over to you.
Good evening, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and honored guest. I'm very excited to tell something about very interesting communication style. We all of us know about how many communication style we use during the day we start. So, folks, I have a question. How do you feel if I serve you only potatoes every meal? I think nobody would like to have potato, vegetables at every situation. In similar manner, there are four type of communication style, and I already communicate in different style in our day-to-day life. But when I came to know about there are four type of communication style when I was going through my path and project, then I thought that I have already included in my communication style, but I never heard about it. So basically, when I got the responses, I realized that my way of communication style is initiating and supporting. And I must tell you that the communication style has been divided into four groups, and they are supporting, A, that is, I have created a mnemonic set. S stand for supportive, A for analytical, I for initiating, and D for direct. So this way, I came to know about my communication style, and this was the initiating and supporting. Let me introduce these four type of communication style which I usually use in my day-to-day life. Though I'm a teacher and most of the time I spend with the students, when I enter the classroom, I anticipate the students' needs, and then I sympathize them, and first of all, I take their needs and accordingly I behave with them. When I start teaching them, first of all, I take some examples and I can inspire them, motivate them. Then I start teaching so that they could learn something and they can cultivate the habit of learning. As you all know, that learning is very disinteresting thing. So in this way, I came to know that in the situation, my communication style is supportive because I have to be very sympathetic at that time, very anticipating, and very uh, supporting. So, and since I stay there for a long time with the students, and as you all know, that students are very energetic and they are fun loving. If I make my face like this, nobody is going to like me. And it is very far away that they would love to study. So I have to be very energetic and make the learning fun loving. In that way, I saw that I am the teachers, I'm the trainer that train the student with fun. And I have to remain in the classroom for entire time very energetic. It is very difficult as well. And there are ways, two ways of communication, which is direct and analytical. These type of communication style I have seen, I see at my workplace as well. When when I teach the student, I become very alert, analytical. When I see the students doing their job, they have many queries and questions. Then that time I become very active listener. So indirect way of communication, I would like to give you an example of my principal. When he is in the mood of to get any task to be done, he just click the button which he has to be required, and he doesn't listen. He if and buts, and he don't beat about the bush. He directly hit the point. Then this kind of communication style can be seen in my school with my headmaster, or you can say principal. And this kind of communication skill, and one communication skill which is left, that is analytical. It is analytical. When I solve the question, students are not going to agree without just believing me. They just open the pages and match the answers. So I have seen I am the blender of all four style of communication, and which is very important. You also have to choose these four type of communication style, because in every situation it is not necessary that you have to follow the same pattern of communication style. So with that, over to you, our Toastmaster of the day, Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok, for that lovely speech. Definitely relate. Timer, please start the timing for a minute, and let's take a minute, everybody else, to provide feedback to our speaker, Toastmaster Ashok. Mm.
One minute is up.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Thank you so much, whoever informed me. And with that, let's move on to our next speaker. And before that, let's welcome their evaluator. Uh, before I welcome the, before I give the stage to the evaluator, can we also um, welcome back the second evaluator back to the club? Please,
Yay,
guys,
thank
come on.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. With that, Toastmaster Sanjida, please give us the honors the speech objectives of Toastmaster Iti's speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Animesh. Good evening, everyone. Today, I have the privilege of evaluating Iti's speech. So, Iti will be presenting her level 1 from project 4 from the presentation mastery path. So, the primary purpose of this project is to incorporate the feedback that she has received from the previous speech and apply it effectively. I'll submit my report upon being called by the evaluator. Over to you, Animesh, and all the best, Iti.
Thank you so much. Can we? Oh yes, we have Iti on stage. Um, so just just a little bit of about our speaker. Toastmaster Iti is a chartered accountant by profession, loves reading novels, both fiction and non-fiction, and believes that with a positive approach, one can achieve any milestone in life. Definitely, I agree with you. And join and she has joined Toastmasters to fulfill her dream of becoming a TED speaker. So, Iti, can we have a quick audio video check, please? Of course, repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day. One,
Today
two,
is a
three.
beautiful day. 1, 2, 3.
Lovely. And with the gestures, please, so we can see hands.
Today
Ah,
is a beautiful day. 1, 2, 3.
lovely. We are now good to go. Toastmaster. Oh, just a minute. Toastmaster Iti. Extroverts versus introverts embracing the differences. Extroverts versus introverts embracing the differences. Toastmaster Iti.
Good evening, everyone. Let me start by painting a picture of you. Imagine you are at a lively party. The music is pumping, people are laughing, giggling, and the energy is buzzing through the room. For some, this is an exciting moment, full of connection and energy. This can be an opportunity for networking too. But for some, in the same environment, this might be little overwhelming. Feels like a maze of noise and chaos. You see, some of us thrives in social settings, while some of us craves for solitude and peace. With this, let me bring I, myself, and my twin sister in picture. Yes, we both are twins. Her name is Shruti. We are non-identical by nature. We but despite being twins, we couldn't be more different when it comes to social life. She is truly a party animal. Feel energized by people surrounding her. Me, on the other hand, prefers solitude. I like my quiet alone evenings at home with a beautiful book in my hand or watching a movie. What is this difference? Why in this world? Some people feel energized, surrounded by crowds, while others feel drained. Today, I'm going to talk about something we all encounter in our daily lives. The fascinating difference between extrovert and introvert. Before that, let me throw some light on introvert and extrovert meaning. Extroverts are typically social and free to go type of person. They feel energized by surroundings. For them, a crowded room is an opportunity, but not a burden. They are always ready to make friends, always participating. Just now, I shared the example of my sister. She thrives in a large group. Her face literally lit up when she has a lively conversation with someone. She felt rejuvenated. Me, introvert, on the other hand, tend to feel energized through a solitude, or you can say a smaller intimate settings. Extroverts, they 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 prefer to speak first, uh, in an you can say, but introverts might take little longer to speak because they really like to reflect upon their thoughts. This is where I find myself in. I prefer reading or watching a movie, and that's where I feel most at peace. Yes, you can say this can be a challenge for both of us, and due to this, we got into so many fights. And, and because of this, the difference in our perception or difference in our personalities can lead to many misunderstandings also. But when we understand the true value of extroversion and introversion, we learn to accept each other's needs and strength. So, what's the key aspect here? The balance. Understanding both extroversion and introversion allows us to create a space where both types of personalities thrive. For instance, in relationship, whether it is personal or professional, you can say any, it's important for extrovert to be mindful of introverts' need of quiet, while on the other hand, introverts can push themselves a little to open up and try to engage in social settings. Now, let us take a quick poll. Who in this meeting feel energized after attending a large group or you can say a team meeting? Raise hand if you think you are an extrovert. Thank you. Next, now, who all find peace at a quiet place? They find their energy by reading a book or taking a small walk. Raise hand if you think you are an introvert. See, when we understand each other personalities, we can work together more effectively, whether in teams, friendships, or families. As introverts and extroverts, we bring different strengths to the table. Extroverts can encourage introverts to open up and share their thoughts. While introverts can help extroverts to slow down and reflect on their thoughts. So, whether you are an extrovert who loves spotlight or an introvert who wants to be in, you can say, who prefers shadows, the key to success lies in appreciation and embracing the differences. And when we do it, we build a stronger relationship, stronger teams, and a stronger sense of community. Let us celebrate both the energy of extroverts along with the thoughtfulness of introverts, as we all are part of simple human puzzle. And at the last, I want to add the miracle of this combination is our wonderful Turning Point Toastmaster team. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Iti, for that lovely speech. Yeah, please give a round of applause. TPTM has been given a shout out. All right, let's observe a minute. Let's take a minute to actually give feedback to our speaker, Toastmaster Iti. Timer, please show us a red at the end of 1 minute. Thank you. Well, while we do that, we also have a guest who joined somewhere in the middle of the meeting. We did not see him at the beginning. So welcome to Turning Point Toastmasters meeting number 393, Toastmaster Bala.
Thank you, Toastmaster Animesh. I just reached home and this, I'm sorry, my camera is off. You can see me in the formal dress
Yeah,
because I just came from office.
I see.
Thank you,
I see.
and I love always joining your club meetings.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yes.
And 1 minute is over. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dinesh, for informing us. Now, before we move on, I'm pretty sure all those negative things I said about winter, runny noses, cold, coughs, sneezes, a lot of cough syrup, and of course, hot water. Sure, one red alert. I think keeping all keeping all those negatives and uh, I don't know quick tricks aside, winter I think is also winter, and especially December is also a good time for a lot of things. For example, did you know I mean, of course, there's a lot of you that know that that while financial year in India is from April to March, it's it's the exact calendar year in America, right? January to December. So this is the month that accounts close, that accounts are set for for tax submissions. And also in India, this is also a time for weddings. I mean, last year I attended one. This year I was supposed to attend one, but then mm, life gets in the way. Of course, well, that said, there's also a lot of weddings going on in this month, right? As our general evaluator talked about a wedding planner. Well, uh, speaking of weddings, I was supposed to attend one. But that said, weddings are a good time. But also, this is also a good time for trips. I remember going to Darjeeling, actually climbing that mountain cliff that they use to train mountaineers, and not just that, actually feeling the cold at a Shaheed Smarak, nick of morning, and actually watching sunrise. So yes, watching a sunrise during winter, or probably going to a hill station during winters, best feeling in probably the entire world. But then when you get back, it all starts again. Runny noses, coughs, sneezes. Oh, well, that aside, let's talk. Speaking of everything that hits you, how about the table topics master hit you with some impromptu topics? Our table topics master for today is the current Vice President Public Relations, and of course, my my EC mentor, Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi is a very is of course very energetic, and he also keeps himself together. At the moment, of course, he's going through a career, going through probably a, a different kind of life change. But that said, nothing could keep him away from Toastmasters, as is already evident today. Toastmaster Ravi, as the table topics master, the stage is yours to lead the table topic section. Over to you.
Thank you, Animesh, for the beautiful introduction. I really loved the way you introduced me. So, first of all, thanks a lot. And hello, everyone. Today, I am your table topic master. And yeah, here you will learn, you will get a chance to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the given topic. So, why the table topic? I mean, what is the need of table topic? It help you to learn and practice the impromptu skills in your in this club, and then you can use it in your professional world. So without wasting time, let's go with the rule. What's the rule of table topic exercise? So we will have I will invite the guest on the floor, and he will be given a topic. He has 1 to 2 minutes to speak, and the timer will show the card. Yellow card means that you are half mid, sorry, green card shows that you are the half at the speech. It will be raised at 1 minute. Yellow card will means that you have to start concluding your speech. And the red card means that you have to conclude it, or otherwise, after 30 seconds, your speech will not be considered. So, with these rules, let's start our table topic exercise. And I would like to start with one of the experienced member, which is Rupinder Singh. Rupinder, are you there? Can you?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes, you are audible as well as visible. So, Rupinder,
Ex-member.
you can write it ex member, but I am not considering you ex member. Okay. So, Rupinder, your favorite festival, your favorite winter festival in India. Your favorite winter festival in India, Rupinder.
My favorite winter festival in India is Christmas. Now, you might find it surprising that a person who wears a turban, right now wearing a cap, celebrates a festival that is not exactly Indian. It was imported in India. I'll tell you why I like Christmas. For one thing, as EP called out in her speech, I am an introvert. I don't like the loud noises of New Year's. I don't like the firecrackers on Diwali, but I love the solitude of being inside a church on Christmas. And invariably, somehow, I find myself in a church every Christmas. For example, this year, last year, sorry, I went to, of all places, a Spanish church. Don't be surprised, most of my workforce is Mexican and they are Catholic. They're also into construction. That is the only place where we differ. I'm not into construction. But I went there. I did not understand a single word of what was being said, but there was this soft music that was playing, And as they say, music is a universal language. And I just played along. One of the best moments of solitude. Also, I find that on Christmas, the populace or the population is less fanatical about their beliefs and their thoughts and their behaviors. Everyone seems to be in a giving mode. Everyone seems to be in a generous mode. The world seems a better place. How many of you know about the Christmas truce? Well, it turns out in World War One, opposing sides paused fighting and they celebrated Christmas together. It didn't matter whether you were the enemy. It was the one moment of rationality in an otherwise violent history of mankind. So, if you ask me my favorite winter festival, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you, Rupinder, for a beautiful speech and letting us know the details of the Christmas. I was not aware of that, so thank you. Next, I would like to take guest from the list, and I would go with Rajendra. Rajendra, are you there?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Okay. Yeah, you are audible. And first of all, just to we have already talked, have a conversation at private level, and I would like to thank you for helping me in my personal work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's start with that topic. Uh, Rajendra, snowfall, snowfall, Rajendra.
Snowfall, living in Rajasthan for many years, it has always been a dream to go and see the snowfall. And I got opportunity to visit Germany, and there we were having our own company, and I was able to see the snow coming, and it was amazed to see that kind of snow there. It was all cold outside, and we were there in the company, and it always gives you a feeling of uh, very cleanliness environment there, because when you live in Rajasthan, then you see a lot of dust there. But when you are there at the place where there is a lot of snow, then you are not able to see that dust, and that's very clean environment. Being in the company in which we were making the electronic items, so it is very important for us to make sure that the item which we will be producing in India, it should be dust free. For that kind of environment, which is there in maybe now, maybe we can make that component in Kashmir that there is no dust. But at that point in time, when I was there in Germany, when I saw the snowfall, so it was very difficult to work in Kashmir. So now India, or maybe in Himachal also, now a lot of good opportunities are there. Yes, with the environment where we have snowfall, there the dust level is very minimum level. For all the Delhites must pray that there should be some snowfall in our area so that all the pollution or AQI level issues are resolved, and let us get a good breath, which is the most important item nowadays for all the people living in NCR, because you can live without food for 7, 8 days. You can live without water for a day or two, but you can't live without a breath, not more than 2 minutes. So let us pray, let us have snowfall in our area, and our AQA level is at the best level. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra. There's a very good point to note what Rajendra has said, that how the places has impact of manufacturing to keeping that we how we cannot put the plant in the Rajasthan and how we can focus on the winter in snow areas so that there is less dust. So thank you, Rajendra, for sharing this information with us. Now I will go with Bala. Bala, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Only thing is, I
Okay.
was facing some internet issue today. Can you just confirm if I'm audible and visible, please?
Yeah, you are audible as well as visible. So, Bala, uh, what winter destination is on your bucket list? What winter destination is on your bucket list, Bala?
Amsterdam, Amsterdam, Amsterdam. That is one destination. That would be on top of my bucket list if I were to go to a destination for a winter. And why do I say so? Because I have spent almost 5 winters in Amsterdam. And I'll tell you, the first winter, I could see some flakes coming from the sky. I was wondering, what is this? Then I understood that is snow. It kind of gelled the entire handrails in my balcony. I could see nothing outside but white color. That's where I understood snow can be like this. There were times when I was struggling to get that cover because your face cannot be covered and the wind hits you much more hard. I would not call it a fanatical wind, but still, it was hitting me hard. Having said that, this is the only place I've seen a snowfall. And if life gives me a chance, if I get a time, if I get that moment in my life to go and have one more winter in a place, that would be Amsterdam. Because that place is so beautiful. That place is wonderful. If you have not visited Amsterdam, and if it is not in your bucket list, put it in your bucket list and visit it. That's what I would say. I would definitely do that. Would you all do it? Back to you, Tabletop Master.
Oh, thank you, Bala, for sharing your bucket list of Amsterdam. And I would like to visit there, Amsterdam. Just send me the ticket. I will definitely go. So, yeah, for me,
You can ask Animesh if you can ask Animesh for that. He's the Toastmaster.
sure, sure. Okay, so next I would like to invite Kavita on stage. Kavita, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so Kavita, winter wedding, winter wedding, Kavita.
Wedding is a time to enjoy, and especially for women, to decorate themselves, to wear their best dresses and kind of show off. I'm quite fond of wearing saris, but when it comes to attend a winter wedding, I love to wear saris, but I get skeptical whether to put on a coat or not. Because if I put on a coat, how will I show my sari? And if I don't put on a coat, I'll freeze because I'm a person who is quite afraid. I'm not a winter friendly person. I feel too much cold. So it's a very skeptical situation. As Indians, we all enjoy weddings, different kind of delicacies, especially winter delicacies like gajar ka halwa and hot gulab jamun. But going there really makes me doubtful. It's really fanatical to visit a wedding, but sometimes
Hello, Kavita. Uh,
I think we lost her.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Dinesh. You can close it. Okay, so we will close. Means let's shift to next guest, and yeah, I would say Sanjita. You want to try?
sorry, my connection got lost in mid of it.
Okay, Kavita, you can conclude your speech. You have 1 minute. You can start from
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. So I was saying, when it's a close marriage, a close relative's marriage, then I try avoiding wearing a overcoat. But when it's some friend's marriage, then I put on my overcoat so that I don't get freezed in it. So weddings are really inviting, but if it's in winter, then it's not at all fanatical. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita, for a beautiful speech. And yeah, I can totally relate to it. I will not say what is about the woman clothes, but I know that how the men clothes in winter. So they are still packed hair till hair, and we know that what the winters are and winter weddings. So let's go with to the next one. Sanjida, are you there? Mm, okay. Anshuman, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So, Anshuman, favorite winter food? Favorite winter food, Anshuman.
Winters are associated definitely with cold weather, especially in the national capital region, where winter designates me to step out of the home and experience the fog, the beauty of the environment, and that coupled with hot chocolate or hot coffee along with gajar ka halwa, I think that's a delight. Anytime there's winter stepping in, for me, tasting that one bite of gajar ka halwa is something I really look forward to. Not just that, just stepping out and having anything on the hotter side of the spectrum of food makes the evening better. For me, driving outside in winters, taking the car out, strolling around, going to the street food market, and having different delicacies makes my winters brighter. Also, I really look forward to spending the time outside the balcony, having different kinds of spectrum of drinks, not just sticking to chai and coffee. And I'm hoping a lot of you do that. So, definitely, if I have to talk about my winter food, it's not just associated with foods, it's foods plus drinks and making the festive season merry. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Anshuman, for a beautiful speech about the food. Gajar ka halwa. After that, I have not listened. I was in the gajar ka halwa, and the water was in my mouth. So I don't. So thank you for reminding me that there will be gajar ka halwa, and I will swiggy it again. So thank you. So just from the presiding officer, the timer, do I have the timing? Do I have the time to continue it?
Ravi, I think we should wrap up.
Okay. So thank you everyone for our table topic exercise, and I would like you. I mean, I loved a lot, and hope you also enjoyed a lot. So back to TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravi, for that lovely table topic section. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? And of course, for all our table topic speakers. Now, before I move on with the next section, uh, well, I would like to ask the presiding officer if we have any polls today for anything.
Yeah, Toastmaster Animesh, I will launch the polls in between, so you can continue with your session.
Of
Like we
course.
can keep it parallel.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, continuing with, of course, the theme of winter, I think I'll just take a moment to uh, say a few things about like winter because let's be honest, winter is a season of mixed feelings. It's also a season that gives way to change, right? It's a very long period before change actually comes in, right? Before the season changes and before you actually go into seasonal change. So we are in December. We are definitely in the thick of winter right now, right? And I'm sure that winter has also been winter, and especially this month, this very month, December, has been very special to you at some point in your life, right? So no matter the runny noses, the coughs, the sneezes, or the bouts of hot water you've had to drink up. Of course, hot water is always good. Despite all of that, there's always a silver lining, be it somebody's wedding or a visit to a hill station, or even better, a visit to a very let's say very religious place. No, there are times when I, along with my family, ended up and I, along with my family, ended up visiting places like Trambakeshwar Plateau or the or Sherdi even. Or sometimes I even ended up visiting devotional places of devotion within my own home state, which is Bengal, right? Tarapeet, Mayapur, and so many other places that uh, that are well known for their sculptures of gods, for their temples, right? So yes, winter, even even if it's known more for all the for all the diseases, all the ailments that it brings, should actually be known more for the good times it brings. And with that, I'll hand it over to our presiding officer and, of course, the general evaluator for this meeting, Toastmaster Neeraj. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Animesh. Now, I would like to start in the order. First, let's start with our evaluator one, Pooja Kushwaha, on the stage to share her evaluation. Pooja, a quick audio video check.
Hello?
You're audible and visible.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Misunderstanding happens because we do not understand that different people have different communication style. So awesome topic today the Ashok has chosen, and the way he started by throwing the question on the audience like how do you feel to eat potato every day. So absolutely love that, Ashok, the way you have started your speech throwing this amazing question, and I think it has engaged audience very much, and your message was very clear in starting point itself. The second thing is what I love about your speech is your abbreviation said, and your topic was concluding. There was a mystery in the topic. When I read the topic, I was not getting it what it is all about. But as you started your speech, I came to know, and it was really, really amazing concept. I think we can use in our speeches now onwards. And the third, the most important thing was your analogy. You were telling about the different communication style, about aggressive, direct, indirect speeches you're talking about, and you have given the analogy, and you have used your personal example, like when you are a teacher and when you start your sessions, you motivate your students first, you engage with them, you connect with them, and then you start your session, because as you said that learning is very lethargic process and very slow process, so people get bored. So this was very amazing example what you said, given, and to relate with your communication styles. And then you have given the examples of your principal, like who was very direct in his communication style, he just talked directly. I love your body language. Your expression was good, but your facial expression can be more good. And second thing which I will recommend to you, it was like, if in the communication style, like different communication style was there, like aggressive, passive, indirect, direct. You have taken the example that was good. If little bit enacting or act you have given, and tonality, if you modified or modulated your voice, it would given a great understanding for the audience. I think this was little missing. I think you need to work on this. Rest everything was great. And as always, you always give your speeches with your center message, so that was really, really amazing. And for the tone of voice, I think you can start reading book on different tones. It will help you out, and observe people's communication style. It will help you to understand the way they speak. So that's all about Ashok's evaluation. So thank you so much. Over to you, Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for such a kind feedback. Now I would like to move to our second evaluator Sanjida on the stage. Can we have quick audio video check, Sanjida?
Yeah, am I audible? Am I
You're audible and
visible?
visible. Can we spotlight her, Tech Master Iti Mehrotra? Okay, great. Uh,
Just give a minute.
Sanjida, stage is yours.
Yeah. So, hi, Iti. Basically, when I heard the title of your speech, I was quite intrigued, and I was very curious to know your take on such a relatable topic. And I believe that we all fall somewhere between the spectrum of introvert and extrovert, and which makes your topic, your subject more engaging. And I also love how you defined extrovert and introvert using your personal example, like your twin sibling. And it made the concept very easy to understand, and it added a personal touch to it. The contrast that you have highlighted with your sibling is so relatable. And we all know that we all have our family member, our friends and siblings with different personality from ours, right? And the third thing is that your insight on how both the personality can coexist together, complement each other, and help each other to grow were very practical. And also your focus on how one has to step out of comfort zone to create a space where the others are truly each other are truly understood, uh, basically stood out. um, going to your body language, your hand gestures were on point. However, I noticed that there are two areas that you need to work upon. One is that your eye contact could have been better. Uh, And the second is that you have taken slightly long pauses that could that I also feel like this is the reason why you have extended the maximum limit of your you have gone beyond the limit of your time. And to work on this, I suggest recording yourself while practicing while practicing your speech. And it will the second is that if in case you're taking long pauses, which I feel like you tend to recall your speech, in that case you can jot down the important key points. And if in case you forget, you can have a quick look. And this you do this process until and unless you are very comfortable in being an introvert. I understand, like it becomes very difficult for us when we see a lot of people on the screen, right? So in that case you can make yourself you have to tell yourself, like, okay, this is where I have to grow. And like you said, we have to push ourselves beyond our comfort zone. So probably you can take this exercise of jotting the key points, and then not judging and not being too hard on yourself, and jotting down the points. Basically, I'm repeating myself right now here. So jotting down the points and having a look wherever you find that, okay, this is where I'm forgetting. So yeah. And overall, the speech was really engaging. It was well structured, and I feel like it's a crash course on introvert and extrovert. And you bought it. I mean, fantastic work. I look forward to your next speech. Thank you. Over to you, Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Sanjita, for such an encouraging feedback. Now I want to call my auxiliary team. I want to start with timer Dinesh. Can we have on the stage? Are you ready with the report, Dinesh?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, stage is yours.
Okay. I'm just sharing that my Excel sheet. All the speakers were well within their time limits, except one speaker. Ashok Chaudhary took 6 minutes 56 seconds. Iti Malhotra could not complete her speech in time, 8 minutes 40 seconds. Pooja Kushwaha did her evaluation in 3 minutes 18 seconds. Sanjita took 3 minutes 17 seconds. Among table topic speakers, Rupinder took 2 minutes 28 seconds. Rajendra took 2 minutes 29 seconds. Bala took 2 minutes 20 seconds. Kavita 1 minute 20 seconds. And Anshuman took 1 minute 35 seconds. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Dinesh. Now I want to call our second auxiliary tag team player, Anand Katyani, on the stage to share his report.
May I go after the grammarian?
Yes, Anand. So can we have grammarian Tamanna on the stage? Tamanna, are you ready with your report?
Yes, Neeraj.
Okay.
So, can I
Let
share my
me,
screen?
yes, let me give you the rights first. Okay, you have the rights now. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, so three people use the word of the day: Rupinder, Bala, and Kavita. And I have noted down few grammatical errors made by a few people. Somebody said style is very anticipating, so it should be like style is very anticipated. And someone said I already have a talk or conversation, so the right usage is I already had a word or conversation. And someone said expressions was good, but the right way of uh, saying is expressions were good. So, and there is one pronunciation error. Someone said breath. So it is not breath, it is breathe. So there are few words I have noted down, vocabulary words. And I really like the vocabulary word used by Kavita, skeptical, which means not easily convinced. And word spectrum used by Anshuman and Sanjida, which means a range of developmental differences. So I cannot speak all the words, but I will share my report in the chat. Thank you so much. Over to Madam Toastmaster Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Tamanna, for such a concise report. Now I would like to call Anand. If you're not ready, I can call table topic well. Okay, Anand,
I am ready.
stage is okay, perfect.
Your choice.
Stage
Right.
is yours,
All right.
and you are audible and visible.
Thank you. Well, folks, today I am very happy to observe that most of our speakers were near flawless. I want to specially applaud these two sets of individuals. One is my fellow tech team members, the grammarian and the timer. In their limited stage time, they were very well measured and they spoke nearly flawless. So let's have a round of applause for them. The another set of individuals, surprisingly, were the table topic speakers. Rupinder, Bala, Rajender, Kavita, Anshuman, they really pushed me hard to count here and there a minor or or extended and that's it. Nothing else. All the five actually surprised me by their fluency. So let's have another round of applause for them as well. A quick area of improvement as a personal target to these individuals. Neeraj, barring the opening, which was very much flawless, afterwards in the general evaluation, you had a bit of hiccups in terms of repeats. So you had more than 5 times repeating your own phrase or sentence. So breathe in between. At times we get flustered for what's the introduction, how do we call them, remove the spotlight, etc., etc. Don't worry about it. Take a deep breath, 1.5 second of pause, and that's all. Animesh, on the same note, uh, surprisingly I marked you for the most improved speaker for the day in the first half. You had me there in the first half, but then you kind of went with the flow, emotions overpowering, and you stop breathing in between. And that's where so many repeats of your own self recording is there. You will know exactly where to take a pause and stop speaking and where to pick up the thread once again. In addition to that, when you get a bit nervous or the train of thought leaves you, you tend to get into these phrases. Kindly be mindful of them. Phrases being, of course, also that, right? So, right, and of course, you kind of get repetitive with them. Once in a while, they are excellent engagement tools. Excessive use, you need to be aware of. Puja, like 4 times, and Sanjita, more than 10 times. When you stop breathing, that happens, and that's a part and parcel of the job. In addition to that, Sanjita basically was used 2 to 3 times. Ashok, you have a habit of, that's my observation only for today's speech. You showed the tendency of merging 2 or 3 long sentences with an unnecessary and or but in between. Kindly use them with exactly as intended, with the full stop, pause, then start the next sentence. In addition to that, this is primarily for Ashok, but observed for 3, 4 other speakers as well. We have a tendency of using the word very to the point that very loses its meaning. Instead of saying very much or very beautiful or very gorgeous, just use another one word synonym. Take it half a second pause, half a breath, and the word will come to you. If not, then no need to say very, very, very. Single time very, if you are using too many times in the sentence or every sentence, it's wrong. But using very, very or very, 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 it's absolutely criminal. There is no such arrangement in the English grammar, so kindly avoid that. And of course, I have to highlight the star of the show. It was his first time doing the Sergeant at Arms today. He went there with a bit of hiccups here and there, but the moment he came to the table topic master role, he was perfect today. So let's have a round of applause for Ravi Bhardwaj as well. That's my report for today with just these two minor suggestions for all of us. Breathe, not just in the beginning, in between as well, especially when you have longer speeches, even in table topic speeches. Number two, it's all right to use a certain crutch word here or there once in a while. Just be aware of using a different word the next time you get stuck. That makes it dynamic, that makes it impressive. All the very best. And that's the end to a fanatical report. Over to you, Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Anand, for sharing such a specific feedback for every role player today, and I really appreciate it. Now, I would like to call our next auxiliary role player, table topic evaluator Ankit Agrawal, on the stage.
Thank you, General Evaluator Neeraj. So from like today's table topic section was unusual because like it felt like no one was speaking impromptu and everyone was really confident in speaking or giving speeches on the impromptu topics. But talking about the evaluation, starting with Rupinder, like your topic was favorite winter festival in India, and like I think your take was little unexpected from what we as Indians usually think about uh, uh, our favorite festivals in India. But overall, like your content was really relevant, and I really like the structure that you used. Like you were really specific from the starting, and you gave the reasons why you like Christmas and why you don't like other festivals, and you also ended or concluded with the connection with your opening. So overall, great structure, and I think you actually use the poses very effectively during your speech. There are two recommendations that I have for you. One is that even though you were talking about your favorite festival, but the emotions were not reflected in your speech, so you could be more like passionate. You can show some kind of passion or smile like while talking about your favorite festival. So that's one recommendation. Other thing is we were not able to see your hand gestures. So if your camera angle could have been improved, like we could actually would have able to see your complete body language. So these were the two recommendations. But overall, great speech, and I loved the way you took an attempt on this topic. Talking about Rajinder, your topic was snowfall, and I think for you, great attempt. Like I think you used the structure as well quite well. Your voice had the clarity, which actually led to the audience engagement because we were actually were listening quite curiously, like what you are speaking, and we are able to comprehend that as very well. There are two recommendations. Like one thing is with respect to content, like uh, at time like in between your speech it felt like you are more talking about the environment and the air quality rather than the main topic, which is the snowfall. But you still had a connection with snowfall, so that could have been little improved. Another thing, your pace is normally slower at at a slower pace, right? So maybe you can try out varying your pace level while you are speaking. So there might be in some of the sentence you could say it fast, and some you can still say it slow. So that would also actually help in the audience engagement, and we'd love to hear more speeches from you. But overall, like the idea, the voice clarity, like everything we liked that about you. Now the next one, talking about Bala, your topic was winter destination. Okay, in the bucket list, I think you had a great opening. You had followed a great structure. Overall, like we could see all your body movements. That was great. Like that, you actually showed like all your body movements as you were standing up. So that was a uh, great showcase of your body language. Your tone, you were also reflecting the changes in your tone as you were speaking. Only recommendation that I have it, like you had your camera at a very lower level, uh, because of which like it didn't felt like you're very confident just because of your camera angle. If your camera angle could be in front of your eyes or on the upper side of your body, in that case, I think you will be seen as a more confident person while speaking up. That's the only recommendation, but overall like it was kind of a flawless. I couldn't find out much like recommendations for you. Talking about Kavita, Kavita, for you as well, like you were very confident. You had the right structure. You use the body, you use the opening body and conclusion part. So that was good overall. Like we were engaged with you while you were speaking. So your voice has some charisma because of which we want to hear you. Only thing for you is also like if you could put the your camera somewhere so that we could see your body language, your hand gestures, that will actually will lead to the more audience engagement basically. So that's it. That overall great attempt, what I would say. For Anshuman, favorite winter food. I think like you actually showed the perfect emotions while talking about a favorite food of yours. Like we should be showing those emotions. You had the right structure, and we could also see your hand gestures while you were speaking. So that was great. Also, you used uh, some poses and you were fluent as well. So overall, I could find only good things about you. Great attempt, and we actually learned hearing from you. That's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Ankit. Okay, now I would like to start with my evaluation. And I must say, I'm really happy to witness such a productive and such a quality meeting. From the beginning itself, the meeting started on time, every role player was on time, and everybody gave their best to make this meeting successful. Now I will evaluate all role players one by one, starting from our Sergeant at Arms, Ravi Bhardwaj. Ravi, you explained the role basic rules really well. You uh, marked all the points and you made us aware what should be done, what should not be done. And you were in the beginning, you were really confident when you started. But as time passes, I see that your tone became more robotic because you were not looking at the camera and you were looking down, and you were reading the script, and I felt like when you brought your own flavor at the beginning, when you talked about confidence, you were much more enthusiastic. When you started reading the script, it all vanishes. So my recommendation to you is, if you're reading the script, keep it in front of your eyes, so your eyes should not look down. And maybe you can make it more authentic by bringing your own flavor instead of reading the script. But overall, all each and every rule was clearly explained and everybody was able to follow, I'm sure. Great part there. Next, our Toastmaster of the evening, Animesh. Animesh, I would like to give you a big congratulations. I know your motto has been, your short term goal was to be concise. And I could see in every section you were very concise. You made sure that meetings went like ends on time. So, very congratulations to you. And then you chose very relevant topic at this time. Everybody could relate to this. And for this topic, you not only showed the negative aspects, you always also showed the positive aspects as well. So well done with that. And one specific thing I really liked about your speech was voice modulation. I can see that whenever you were pretending that your throat is not well, you were lowering down your voice. And whenever you had to convey some positive aspects of winter, you were raising your voice. So I can see all the emotions with the type of content that you brought. Great work. Although I have few recommendations for you. So I believe when you are performing the role of table topic or TMOD, then your voice should have some author authoritative tone, uh, as like not in the negative way but in a very positive way, because you are the host, you owns this meeting. So you should show some kind of authority in your voice. not like dictatorship, of course, but more confident voice. And then second thing, I feel when you were introducing speakers, then you were constantly looking on your right side on some paper or something, and you looked a bit lost while transitioning. I believe next time it would be better to make script handy if you are not able to remember all the introduction, and which is absolutely fine. It is difficult to remember all introductions and bring your own flavor, but you can maybe keep your script more handy or in front of camera, so transitions are more smooth. And this is one of the main role of TMOD. I think I believe it could have done better. Okay, moving to our next role player, table topic master Ravi Bhardwaj. Ravi, you started with smile, and then you explained all rules of table topic session, starting with timings and then how you are going to give the topic, and everything was explained and it was very clear. And then remarks were also great, like you picked some examples from their speeches. It means that you were actively listening to their speeches. So great and relevant remarks, and you also wrapped up on time, because I see like multiple times always had to ask table topic master to wrap up their session in the back end, but I really liked that you yourself wrapped it up on the time. But I have just one recommendation for you. When I told you that we have to wrap it up, I believe the transitioning could have been better. The way you handed screen back to me, I believe you could have said like few sentences there about the overall session, and then handed it back to me. I felt like it ended abruptly. So this is just one recommendation. Overall, there are so many positives, and our counter Anand Katyani has also mentioned, give special a tribute to you in his speech. So very very well done. And then next role player evaluator one, Pooja Kushwaha. Pooja, you started with beautiful line which kind of reminds me what was the speech of Ashok. So this is a great start, because sometimes what happens, if we have so many speakers, we forget which speaker gave a speech on which topic. So great start. And then your commendations were very specific, like you picked the point from the speech, like throwing potato, about the abbreviations, analogies, and about his students. So this is how it should be. Like you should be very specific when you are uh, giving the feedback, so that speaker can specifically know what is his strengths. And then on the recommendation, you give two recommendation. One is on facial expression and second one is on tonality. I wish you could follow the same structure here. You just gave very specific recommendation, but how it could have been improved and what could be the impact of this improvement. I was expecting that as well, because if you give actionable recommendation, so it's easy for speaker to analyze themselves and work better on it. But overall, Pooja, I see that overall your journey, you are improving with every meeting and you have reached really far. So looking forward to hear more evaluations and speeches from you. Now, our second evaluator, Sanjida, your feedback was very encouraging, I must say. Your feedback had a very specific point which you highlighted from Iti's speech, and you mentioned multiple strengths which Iti has and which I also agree with. And the voice she has, and the topic that she picked, and she picked very beautiful aspects of these two parallel universe. And this is her strength, like the way she articulated these two combinations. So very well done, Sanjida. And in the recommendation also, when you I personally liked your recommendations a lot. First, you gave the resolution. Second, you gave that how it could have impacted her speech. And third, you mentioned how she can work on this. So this is something that at least I expect from the evaluator, because sometimes I don't know how should I improve it. I know that I need to improve maybe my filler words, my vocabulary, but I don't know how to improve it. The way you mentioned that how she can improve, standing in front of camera, uh, practice her speech, I liked it. I really don't have any recommendation for you. And yeah, this is one of the benchmark that you have set today. Next, moving on to our auxiliary team, timer Dinesh. I at no point I felt this is your first time. Your format of the uh, timer report was very beautiful. It was well spaced, and you were very concise in your report. Usually, I have experienced timer takes really long time to repeat to read their report, but your report was very concise. Thank you so much. And your introduction of the role was on the point. Not only you, I would say all role players, they have put great efforts in explaining their role. Every small thing was explained, and this is how it should be, because many times I often get this uh, queries, what was the role of this role, what was the responsibility of this role, that role. But I see your efforts toward making the introduction of each role clear was commendable. Thank you so much. And next, Tamanna. Tamanna, again, you have the same feedback. Your format was great and it was very concise. And so it doesn't get boring, when after some time you lose interest. But if the report is concise, then everybody could able to follow. But I feel that for both the roles, I do have one recommendation. The way our second evaluator shared that how we can improve on, if there is some recommendation, how we can improve on this. So maybe Tamanna or Dinesh, I genuinely believe that some tips how we can improve these areas would be really helpful at the end of your report, or in between. So I think that the few tips would have been really helpful. And then Anand Katyani as our counter, very concise report, a very comprehensive report, and you pointed very specific point for all role players today, and it was actionable points. And I really like how much uh, efforts you have put and how attentive you were throughout the meeting, that you were able to pinpoint things and so that we can improve. And it is always a treat when a veteran and seasoned toastmasters take any role. Thank you so much, and I really urge you to take more roles so we can learn from you. Yeah, so this is about it. And then moving to Ankit Agarwal, table topic evaluator. So I am literally speechless today. And I don't have any recommendation. I tried so hard to find some recommendation so that you can work upon. And today's table topic speaker was like flawless. And I don't know how you found such a good recommendation and their strengths. So I am speechless today. Yeah, so I have, although you have been telling me that you are not so active, even being inactive, if you can pull everything, pull it off, then I can't imagine if you become active, what will you do? So please be active and show us, you know Okay, so this is about my report today, and uh, I'm so glad that today's meeting was every role player like did great job, and both the speakers they shared their great insights with all of us. And I love when members of this club takes any role, they put their heart into it, and they always excelled it. Thank you so much. With this, I would like to end my evaluation and give the stage back to a Toastmaster of the evening, Animesh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Neeraj, for that very comprehensive feedback. Of course, I'll definitely keep all of that in mind. Uh, that said, do we have any more polls coming up at the moment?
Yeah, we do have some polls.
Of course. So, Toastmaster Neeraj, please put out some of those. Let's put out some of those polls. Meanwhile, I just want to say that despite all the not so great stuff that you associate with winter, winter is also a time to stay cozy and seek warmth, and it's also a time for us to sit back and reflect on how far each of us has come, on how far we have come from a law from probably the start of the year, right? So let's reflect, and as we move into the next year, as as we get nearer, as we approach the end of the year, let us also remind ourselves. Sorry. Uh, as we approach the end of the year, let us also remind ourselves that it is that the bad, no matter how bad things get, there's always a silver lining, and it's true for winters as well. I am your host, Toastmaster Animesh, and it has been a blast serving as your host. Over to you, Madam Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Animesh. Can we have huge round of applause for Animesh for putting so much efforts and pulling this meeting off? Now I want to directly jump to the polls because we are already over time, and I'm going to launch last poll, and I will take guest feedback after it finishes. I'm casting last vote. Please cast your vote for best prepared speaker. Okay, I would like to announce the best table topic speaker first. The best table topic speaker goes to Anshuman Mishra. Can we have huge round of applause for him? I will quickly announce the polls results, okay, because we are already 4 minutes over our usual timings. And then best auxiliary role player goes to our counter Anant Katyani. But Ankit, you gave really tough fight to him, and I think this is a great achievement on your side. But as always, seasoned Toastmasters took the ball today. The best role player goes to Ravi Bhartwaj and me myself. Thank you so much, guys, for making us feel good today. The best speech evaluator goes to Toastmaster Pooja. Can we have huge round of applause for her? Oh, this is a very surprising result. The best prepared speaker goes to Iti and Ashok both. What was a great speeches were. Okay, now I would end the live stream so that we can have chit chat with the guest and get to know their feedback.